the median 401k/IRA balance based on age. This is an important one right here I want to talk about. So I'm going to show you there is hope for you, man. Do not despair. There is hope. All right. We're going to look at the Centers for Retirement Research at Boston College. I like the research they do. They just phrase it differently to make it more pessimistic than it should be. Probably wants to go out. So we're going to show you here why they should focus on the glass not being half empty. They should actually focus on the glass being 3/4 to 80% of the way full. We know for a fact, the vast majority of retirees are content in retirement. Between 70 to 75% of retirees are content. That's a fact, Jack. So if that means 3/4 of retirees are content, what does that mean? A quarter are not. So what does the doomsdayers want to focus on? The quarter that are not. It's kind of like the old days. World about to end. Women and minorities most likely to be affected. That's a New York Times headline that the right wing has always said. Oh my goodness, the world's about to collapse. Women and minorities most likely affected. Are white men going to collapse too? Yes, but you have privilege. It's this is what the media does. They focus on the outliers as opposed to the average, or actually in more cases, mainstream. It's just fact. That's why they say dog bites man. They never report on man bites dog. They never report on a dog biting a man because it happens all the time. They're going to report on a man biting a dog because it never happens. This is the media part and parcel. And unfortunately, the Centers for Retirement Research at Boston College falls to this too. It drives me up the wall, man, because there's so much positive news, but they don't want anyone to hear this. It's nuts to me. So anyway, see here is the median 401k IRA balances for working individuals. And we're going to start right here, age 55 to 64. That's working for an individual. So the median is 150. So for the age group of 55 to 64, and you're working and you have over $150,000, you are ahead of more than 50% of your peers. Because the median means 50% of the people have more, 50% of the people have less. And now we scroll down here and we see the median for households, working households, $204,000. Right? So if you're a household, your husband and wife essentially, how dare you, husband and wives? Oh, that's so paternalistic. There's a paternal. You're so misogynist. Anyway, $204,000 is the median 401k/IRA balance for those who got $204,000 and 55 to 64 years old. So if you have $212,000 or $312,000, you are ahead of the median. And yet, I just said, the vast majority of retirees, that's inherently ahead of the median, are content in retirement. All right, so let's just keep going here. So 55 to 64, if you're a husband and wife, you got $204,000 of the median. If you're an individual, Carl, pooping while standing, he's got 150. And actually, Carl's probably not that age. I don't know how old Carl is. Pooping while standing, one of my favorite characters on our YouTube channel. By the way, I lost a good supporter last night on our locals live stream. It's just sad, man. It's sad, and it's only $5 a month. The price doesn't bother me. But he emailed me, said you were making fun of me, and I'm offended. I was like, oh, dude, I make fun of everybody, man. Well, the pulverizer I was destroying the other day on a live stream. I always make fun of Carl. Hell, Denise, I make fun of because she goes, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here early. I said, oh, Denise, go nights. And she's got some issues she's contending with, and even then, it's just like, dude, I don't want to bash this guy. I'm not gonna say his name. It's just like, you gotta be able to take a joke, man. I mean, maybe it's just because men are, but this guy's a guy, though. I was getting ready to say it's not a chick. I make fun of Jill all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because she's like freaking just make fun of all kinds of people on this channel. It's fun. Anyways, I was disappointed that a guy's like, really? You thought I was really making fun of you? I was. It's called joking around. That's what men do. It just reminded me back in the infantry days, dude. You make fun of everybody, dude. Everybody. I'll give you an example. When I was in Ranger school, I'll never forget. And we're in the mountain phase here in Dahlonega, and that's my third. I probably set the record for being recycled. Turns out I did not. I met this guy. He goes, no, dude, I know a guy who got recycled 10 times. Like, what? Anyway, I said I did pass. Just FYI, I didn't make it past the mountain, even though I went the mountain course twice. And I was like picking zits or something like that. You don't get showers. It's just nuts. And this guy's like, Scanlon, forget it's just bashing me for picking zits. I was like, that's what you do, man. We make fun of each other, man. It just saddens me to think that a guy literally thought I was like criticizing his intelligence when I was just goofing on him. I was saddened to hear that, and I'm not gonna bash the guy. It is what it is. But man, dude, what happened to laughter? You just gotta laugh, dude. I mean, literally, laughter is just sad. All right, whatever. Let's keep going. I just pray for people who can't laugh, and you have to be able to laugh at yourself, man. And I'm sure those guys say, I laugh at myself all the time. I get it, but man, you got to be able to laugh. It's just sad. It's too bad. All right, anyway, I'll just never forget that guy in Ranger School bashing me for picking his. I was like, because you put all this crap on your face, you don't shower, nothing like that, and you're just out in the woods, and I got a big zit hanging to someplace on me. I'll never forget when I went to prom, my senior prom. I had a big, huge hanker of a zit right there. So damn embarrassing, man. That thing could have talked to you. It was like freaking the size of Pablo right there. Ugh, nasty, embarrassing. All right, anyway, so I want to share with you some here. Let's say you got $204,000. All right, so now we're going to look over here at the survey for consumer finance for which they found this from. Hold on a second. This isn't by age, but this just shows you the median net housing value. That's net of mortgages is right here. It's like $201,000 right there. $200,000. So the median net housing value. That's the CRR did not point that out. I just like to point that out that if you have $204,000 as the median liquid net worth you have, and you got a housing value that's worth $200,000, you're doing okay. That's $400,000 of net worth. Not too shabby. All right, keep going. The median net worth of people 55 to 64 was $364,000. Oh, interesting. If you're the next age group, the retired age group, it's even more, $409,000. That's a median net worth. That's taking all your assets subtracted by your debt. What I find most interesting is the median income for people 55 to 64 is $82,000. All right, well, that's what their Social Security is based on. Yet the median income of people 65 to 74 has dropped significantly to $61,000. Interesting. So what does the people at Boston College and the other fearmongers want to portray? They want to portray you have to keep up with your median income as this right here in order to be successfully in retirement. But yet we see right here the median income for people in retirement has dropped significantly from $82,000, that's 55 to 64, to $61,000 in the first era of retirement, first decade, if you will, to $49,000 in 75 and older. So that $204,000, being, come on, Pablo, the $204,000 as a median 401k/IRA balance. Well, that doesn't need to cover an income replacement of $82,000. Now, for some people it does, but Pablo, come down here, baby. The vast majority it doesn't. Why? Because the vast majority of homeowners who are over the age of 65 own their homes free and clear. It's just a fact. There you go. They don't have a mortgage debt, which means they don't have to have the same income, which also means, guess what? They don't have as much taxes to pay. They just don't. I mean, this is why the vast majority of retirees are content. But they're not content, but they don't talk about that. So this is what our Social Security is derived on. Everybody wants to see Pablo. There he is. You happy now? You want some screen time? Everybody wants to see Pablo. So this is what our, oh, this other guy wants to come in. Come on. So our Social Security is based on these numbers here of making the money. That's the income that we receive from Social Security because that's what we pay the tax on. But then our Social Security doesn't need to replace this money. It needs to replace this right here as a median income for retirees because your income inherently drops. Why? Because you're not working anymore. But you also don't have to pay as many taxes. And again, if you're $82,000 a year as your median income, well, we're going to factor in, you're going to lose $82,000. You're going to lose 7.65 right out the gate to Social Security. All right? So 82,000. 82 minus 7.65%. So you're going to lose, 1 second, let me pause it. $6,200 in taxes for FICA. All right. So 82,000 minus 6,200. That's going to put us. I'm going to put 6,200. Now this right here is still your income tax base. You don't get a reduction in FICA in your income tax base because of FICA tax. So we're just going to say an effective tax rate of 15% for your state and the feds. And we're going to say 82 times 0.15. You're going to lose another 12,300 to FICA to an income tax. So that's you're going to lose 18,500 right out the gate. So 82,000 minus 18.5. That gives us $63,500 right there. And then let's just say you do some IRA contributions or 401k contributions. We'll just say we lose another 8,000 off that. So on 82,000, you're bringing home 55,000 bucks. All right, that's it. 55,000 bucks, which is why when we go to retirement, we can see our income drops because our income was never 82,000. Our take home was about 55 to 60,000. And there we go. And the vast majority of this is tax-free. Why? Because the vast majority is subject to Social Security tax because Social Security is going to replace a significant amount of our money. Yeah, about 55% of this right here, but it's replacing a hell of a lot more than 55% of that. So if we go to, let me just get this done real quick. I did this last night on the Vocals live stream. I don't think I did it effectively as I wanted to do again, but let's just say you average because the median income was 92,000 in my age group. So we'll just say you average 85,000. Let's just say 80,000 a year for simplicity. We'll say you have 80,000 a year is what your Social Security is based on. We times that by 35. So we have 2.8 million is our adjusted total earnings. 2.8 million. Divide that by 4,420. Our AIME is 66.7. That's our AIME, our average index monthly earnings, $6,667. I can't remember the thresholds off the top of my head, so I'm just going to say basically the first $1,100, we get 90% of that, which equals $990. I can't remember what the 15 level base, bend point is, but I do know this, so I'm probably going to overdo this a little bit, but not much. 4433 times 0.32. Hold on a second. 4433 times 0.32. That's 1418 plus 990. So our Social Security benefit at our full retirement age is 2408. 2408 times 2408 times 12, about 28,000 bucks a year. All right, $28,000 a year right there. So 28,000. This is not working very well. Hold on a second. All right, so now we're just going to say our wife, because that was for married people. She gets 14,000 right there. That's 42,000 bucks. Look at that. All right, we're trying to replace roughly $50,000 to $60,000 of income, give or take. That means we need $18,000 right there to replace our income at 65 years old. We need 18,000 bucks. 18,000 divided by 0.05. 360,000 bucks is what we need in that regard to replace $60,000 of income. If we're only trying to replace $55,000 of income, we don't need 18,000. We only need 13,000. 13,000 divided by 0.05. We need $260,000 to replace 60,000. To replace $60,000 of income, $55,000 of income, which is what we're walking away with, net of taxes and 401k contributions. I know it's kind of confusing, but I'm just saying, dude, people do this all the time, and they do it successfully. That's it. Why? Because they don't have any debt. They don't have the need to buy clothes. They don't spend $40 a day on commuting. I went to jury duty the other day, freaking down South Fulton County. It took an hour and 20 minutes to get there, another hour to get back. How much gas I consume. You got to buy lunch. I mean, if I work downtown, I'd bring my lunch every day, but still, man, all that stuff costs money, dude. And I don't have the money to literally, this is my job right now. I commute from upstairs, downstairs. No more commuting. No more getting this stuff, eat my lunch at home. You save a hell of a lot of money when you're not working. That's just a fact. Anyway, don't despair. It's idiotic. It's idiotic. The vast majority of people are doing just fine in retirement, even though they don't have millions of bucks. I can't stress this any other way. It's just that simple. All right. Love to hear your thoughts. If you want to subscribe to my Locals channel because I just lost a guy, and you want to be part of the team who we like to make fun of each other. We actually had another guy who asked for prayers and support because he was applying for a job, a dream job of his, and He got it, so that's cool, man. My man Mikey B. It's so sad to lose this guy. I had a good nickname for him and everything. It just sucks, dude. Look, I am what I am, dude. I'm not saying I'm funny, but I'm a silly guy. Let's put it that way. I'm silly. And, some people just don't take kindly to silliness. They just don't. I get it. Everyone's different, but I don't know how you can be on my YouTube channel for this long and not recognize this is just a silly channel with silly things to say. Serious content, but a lot of silliness that goes on here. I mean, look at this. I mean, this is meth Pablo, meth head Pablo. I mean, look at that. Walk away from this. Anyway, so love your thoughts. We'll see ya.